This is For the Love of the Song, where you will hear from the artists themselves as they share with you inspirations and stories about their music. It's all for the love of the song.
Hey y'all, this is Jake Martin. I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute about a song called The Trade that was on my first album. The Trade came about, it was just kind of an idea, the trade. I knew there was something there and I didn't know exactly where to go, and it kind of sat around in the notebook for, it might have been several months. Sometimes those words can linger for years and years, but this lingered for several months, and I started writing on it one day, and it kind of came out, and after the song, I looked at it and read it. I had no idea what it was about. I kept on reviewing it and kind of ciphering it out, and then I realized I started making sense of the lyrics, you know, after the fact, after I wrote them, and completely started revolving, and that I knew exactly what I had been talking about, and that was, there's always a trade-off for every decision, for every way you go. There's a trade. There's a consequence to every action, and good or bad. I mean, each verse kind of sums up different ways where the trade-off is. For me, it made sense a lot to some of my decisions as far as my career choices or the way I live my life, the way I prefer to live compared to another way I could be living. There's been some folks that completely relate to it on a different level, and it's really touching to hear their responses. The Trade is probably one of my favorite songs that I have written, just because it is another personal song, you know, that hopefully people can relate to if they enjoy it. And it's also fascinating every time you run into different people that it can relate to different songs in completely different ways, and I think that's a deal that makes this world a beautiful place. That kind of sums up the song The Trade.
Won't trade a river for a boat, this weather for a coat, good living just for a good time. And this life that we choose, it's not winning or you lose, unless losing is just your frame of mind. So don't be surprised when you open up your eyes and see this game that's being played. And that's just fine, but always look out for the trade. Wouldn't trade all the birds I've hunted for everything that's wanted. Wanting everything is a different trade, and it's the way that you feel, and that's the only thing that's real. And money is not the price being paid. So don't be surprised when you open up your eyes and see this game that's being played. That's just fine, but always look out for the trade. Everything we've forgotten, for everything being bought, until there's nothing we ever gave. And every lesson that I've learned are all pages left unturned, until there's nothing left to say. So don't be surprised when you open up your eyes, see this game that's being played. That's just fine, but always look out for the trade. That's just fine, but always look out for the trade. That's just fine, but always look out for the trade.
It's all for the love of the song.
For the Love of the Song is brought to you by Outlaw Magazine, outlawmagazine.com.